In the previous 11 episodes we took this well-used children's cart, stripped it down, drew up some CAD, and we created this. And in this episode we'll finish off all those fiddly jobs that just seem to take forever, and then we'll go for a test run. Welcome to the final episode, episode 12. So it was quite a while ago that I got sent this from Banggood just to review and include in the video. This is a fairly new model that they're doing. It's a battery charger primarily for lead acid gel type batteries, so it'll either do 12 or 24 volt automatically. It came with these crocodile clips on the end. They were just on the end there, so I've cut those off because I want to fit this type of connector, and I've just crimped on these terminals. I just need to check they're the right way around, then I'll push them into this housing and then we can connect it up there. The only thing I'd say about it is it comes with this UK style plug, or a very dainty version anyway, and then I just realised that is very small and there's no fuse in there at all. So what I have got is a spare bit of cable like this. With this plug on the end, we can put the fuse in there. I'll just cut a section off. I'll open this up. Hopefully I can just desolder it off the board and put a slightly safer cable on there, so we've got a fuse on the end of the plug. But in terms of the unit itself, well, we'll wire this up, plug it in, and let it do its thing. It's less than 45 amp hour capacity, so it's detected that. It's charging, and then it's just alternating between 65% full and 24 volts. Next thing I want to check is that this brake switch does actually kill the power, and just see how it works, see if it does a complete reset or whether it's just a momentary thing. So we're now connected into the brake switch signal. Okay, it's time to give it a test. So I've got the cart up on these blocks here so that the motor can turn freely. Okay, and this is a bit where I need about 3 pairs of hands, so we'll turn this on. So when I touch these together, I'm simulating pressing the brake pedal. So I'll put throttle on and then touch those together. Okay, it just stops it, and alright, okay, so doesn't do a reset as such. Yeah, it just carries on wherever it is. So even if I put the throttle on quite a lot and then let go. Okay, so that's how it works. Right, now I've got that, that's great. That should be very easy to do. I think we're in. Master switch here on. If we press the throttle, motor's running. If I press the brakes at the same time, works. The only thing I've noticed is on this, I thought it might do some kind of reset and you'd have to come back to the throttle 0 before you could start again, but if you press the throttle on, so if I press the brakes, then press the throttle on, of course it won't start. As soon as I let go of the brakes, it instantly starts at that speed. I thought it might have a you need to return to 0 before you can start to save you. You could, in theory, you could do, so let's turn the ignition off. So if I put the throttle fully on, let's see what happens now if I turn it on. Does it go straight to... Yeah. I know what other speed controllers that I've used, not for bikes but for other applications, if the throttle's on, when you switch it on, it gives you a warning beep and it waits for you to bring the throttle to 0, and then it'll start working, but clearly this is not quite that sophisticated. Alright, I guess that's one to watch out for. Just make sure the throttle's off when you turn it on, otherwise it'll shoot off down the road. Well, brilliant. It's doing what it's supposed to do. Lock out the safety switch there. Works. One step closer. Okay, so the batteries are now fully charged. I've just put 30 psi, which is about 2 bar of pressure in the tyres. We'll just give it another run just to see if it still shakes. If it does, then I'll make a centralising feature that goes on the wheel hub itself. Let's see if it shakes first. So I'll just pump the other one up and then we'll give it another test run. Right, so I've just pumped the other tyre up, connect it all up again, press the throttle, and you can see there's still quite a lot of shake, and the reason is you can see the wheel is not very central on that hub. Just spin it slowly. So you can see the centre part there as it moves around. It's not concentric. As I go faster and faster, eventually it gets to the point where it just shakes too much. We can't have that, can we? Right, we've taken it out to 9.5, which I think will be okay in aluminium. If it was steel, I'd want to go a little bit more. And then we're going to put a 10mm reamer through it. And this reamer cuts ever so slightly oversized, so it might be 10.02, 10.03. Alright, slow it down a bit. And in we go. Deburr it before we take a measurement. Okay, so we've hit our dimension and we're within the tolerance, so let's just see if the wheel part fits. So there will be a chamfer on there, but let's just check. Yep, I think that'll do it. That'll guide it on and centralise it. Right, let's chamfer that and part it off. Making sure the parting tool is square. Okay, so touch off there. The blade is 3mm wide, so I'll put that in the DRO. block off the carriage. Right, let's see if it fits. So this needs to go on the axle. Unfortunately, I am centering on threads, which is not the best, but I'm sure it's a lot better than it was. So then that will go that way, that's right. Yeah, I think that's going to work. Right, pump the tyres up again. Right, I've got both tyres pumped up. They're both centralised on those new spacers. Let's see if the shake's any better. If it's still no better, then it's just due to the quality of these wheel rims, and not sure there's much I can do about that other than make some new wheels from scratch or see if there's anything else available. So let's give it a test run. Yeah, so I can see there's some run out on the tyre itself on the outer part of the wheel, so it's just down to the quality of the wheels really, but it definitely ran a lot faster there before it started to shake. And maybe once it's driven, you got some on it, maybe it won't feel too bad. Anyway, I think that's about as much as we can do with these wheels. So now we can start putting it back together. The next piece to fit is the part that holds the steering column on. That goes on here. Next job is to put the steering column through, so that feeds through here, and then this hooked part picks up on the steering rack to do the steering, and then the upper part here goes through a hole here, so it just literally runs in a hole in the tube. Be nice to maybe put a bronze bushing in there or something, but I think we'll leave that for another day. Right, let's get this threaded through. Right, next part to go on is this nice cover that goes on the front. So you've got the original Kettler sticker, made in Germany. So that these bottom parts hook on under the frame, and then this hole at the top, that's where the steering column goes. So I just need to shuffle this down a little bit to get it on. Okay, so onto the steering wheel. So the way this works is there's a plate that sits in here, and it's square, so it engages into the wheel itself. And then on the inside there's a slot cut that matches these two flats on the steering column. all great, except during the strip down and the few months that's passed, I've managed to lose that square nut somewhere. So no problem. I went, CAD'd one up, cut it out on the CNC machine, and here we are. So we've got our square edges and then our flats on there. The only problem is, I don't know if you can see it. No, perhaps not that obvious. Right, so we'll put it in there. So it's quite a nice fit inside there. Then we'll put it onto the steering shaft. Okay, you might be able to see the problem now. The steering wheel is pointing to the left about 45 degrees, but the wheels are pointing straight ahead. So to make the steering wheel straight, which is about there somewhere, you're now turning hard right. I think we can see where I've gone wrong. So I did draw another one up in CAD, and then I thought, well, I wonder actually if you can get a spare part for this. So I went onto the Kettler website, and believe it or not, you can still buy the parts. So I got this, for some reason they send this pack of 2 inserts. It was £5, but they took PayPal, and I thought, it's going to be a quick decision to make. Just buy them, get on with it. And here it is. And what you'll notice is, if I just take the old one, the one I made off. Yeah, and you compare them. Yeah, I think you can see what I did wrong there. You can see why they come in a pack of 2, because I guess you're obviously supposed to stack 2 together. Oh. Well, we'll use these then. Drop them in, hopefully the wheel will be straight. So next up we're going to install the seat. Now since I started this project, my daughter's decided to grow considerably. Okay, so before we get started, I'll just show you what all the controls do. Wow, those brakes work. I think she likes it. There we have it, a 1980s Kettler pedal car, stripped back down, rear end converted to electric power, so we've got the drive motor, speed controller, homemade differential, the disc brake system, the batteries, bespoke brake pedal assembly and throttle, and one happy daughter. Okay, I hope you have a great Christmas, hope you get some relaxing time with your family, and I'll see you soon, probably in the new year, with something rather different. Till then, bye bye.